Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Serious Strategy Gamer, and we are returning to the World Conquest, or at least World Domination Edition of the Soviet Union in Hearts of Iron 4, playing La Resistance. So, we have defeated the Allies over here in northern Italy, in the Alps region. We've mostly defeated them there pretty handily, I would say. Overall, we are standing at 260 or 200,000 casualties on our side against 2.5 million on the Allied side, so that is going pretty well. We are also fighting Sweden, Norway now. We are still fighting quite a couple of nations all over the world, although interestingly enough not so much in the Balkans except for Romania. So let's see what's going to happen over there. We are also progressing down here into Africa, and I've sent most of my forces over here towards Asia. There's an tank army that wants to go down here to British Malaya, mostly so that we can capture the rubber reserves down there. And yeah, we'll just send a couple of forces over here, really, including mountain troops here into the Himalayan region. And that does leave actually these guys over here. Who are you? You're some guard army, but which one? Yeah, okay, the first guard army. You guys, you know what? I don't think you actually need to be over here. We could send you down to Africa, but we don't really need to do that either. At least not for now. So I think we're going to be alright over here. Yeah, you know what? Let's actually have you... let's delete that order for these guys. We're going to keep it up for the mountain troops. So that should be okay. And then that does mean you guys can also go somewhere to the Low Countries. Maybe let's go to Brussels, because why not? And there you should be more or less alright. You know what, we can train you up there, and that should be okay. So yeah, we are starting to prepare our naval invasion. We do have set up our air forces so that they're mostly flying over the United Kingdom and over the English Channel, so they should be able to deal a lot of damage over here. We've then sent a couple of forces here over Sweden. That should be okay too. And yeah, we are still doing a massive amount of naval bombardments all over the place to hopefully defeat a couple of their larger ships, because they have about 350 destroyers, minus one over there. So that's nice. Let's see how that is all going to turn out. We might actually have another look at our shipping over here, because we are sending most of our ships are operating in this region. And you know what, I think we might actually give them slightly wider areas here to patrol. I think that could be okay. So yeah, let's send them out, these different groups. So we are going to send out a couple of them over there and over there, and I think that should be okay. We are repairing quite a couple of ships, but that's mostly just like a day or so of repairs, and I think that's going to be fine and alright. Good. Mostly convoys being sunk over here. Oh, but there is just a loss for us. Yeah, we do know that there are a lot of fleets operating in the Channel region, and we do know that they are sending a lot of convoys up over here. And I take these to be mostly actually potentially some ground forces. So let's see whether that is gonna bear out. I've sent most of my rockets to towards America over there, and they have the goal of striking their nuclear reactors, because the enemy does actually have nukes over here. And as interesting as that is, I would very much like to get rid of these. By the way, speaking of our guys over here, so you guys, yeah, you can't reach over there, unfortunately, so that's alright. I suppose you can't reach to the Americas either, so yeah, that is pretty much it. By the way, over here we don't have any unlocked state. Well, that is unfortunate. Okay, nevertheless, let's continue to fight down here. I think we might be getting Thailand to surrender soon. We have gotten control of a couple of new provinces over here, and that is mostly so that we get the control over that territory. Yeah, and we are advancing into this area as well, which is fantastic. I think that is going to be captured by you. There we go. That should be more or less all of Sine now. And you guys over here, can I actually ask you to form an offensive line here? And at least get a couple of you down there. That should be a-okay. Yeah, let's advance there. I think you'll be fine. Right, you're advancing there. You know what? Let's send you down here into what I'm guessing is Alexandria. And up over here on this bank. of the River Nile. Great, there we go. A couple of naval results up here. Okay, we've sunk already a couple of destroyers here with no damage to our own, so that is fantastic to see. That our light cruisers are doing a good job over here. I like to see that. How are we doing overall? You guys still repairing a little bit your damage, that's okay. Yeah. No big battles that I can see. Just a lot of a lot of naval battles over there. Right, you know what? You can go to El Alamein and you can grab that airport. And since you're not advancing, let's get you into this area there. And then we can swing you around here to El Alamein as well. That should be okay. Right, so that we can set up good front lines here quickly rather than later. There we go. Some marines down there. That's interesting. Also free dockyards. Well, well, well. Let's build up more light cruisers then, because our Starling class light cruisers are definitely a good thing to be using over here, and I think that's fine. Okay, you guys, your job is going to be over here, and everyone who is over here, that's 9 divisions currently, which is, I think is fine. Your job is just going to be to advance like that. Right. Then we have 12 divisions down here, 9 over there. Only 21? Where's the rest of you? Which army are you actually? That's you. 24 divisions. Are a couple of you unassigned? Okay, let's assign all of you down there. 24 divisions. Then we're going to grab a couple of tanks here. You're going to be assigned over there. That's 4. Let's grab a couple of light tanks and motorized equipment. So that's 8 now. Let's say 10. Let's say 11. There we go. Fantastic. I think that's A-okay. Right, you guys just advance as far as you can. Yeah, just along that front line here. I think that's great. You, my friends, can actually try to get this way. And you can try to get down here. There we go. Fantastic. Good. Let's actually ask the Turks to give us control over that state as well. Right, we can't right now. Well, that's unfortunate. It's always a little bit unfortunate when you have so many states that it's that you just don't have enough control over the area there. Okay, let's try to get only over here, so that at least we have full control over that state. You are going there. Well, that's okay, I suppose. Okay, now we have control over this state. Yes? Yes, that's nice. Don't know why that isn't the case in Cairo down here, but I think it should be soon. Well, I would hope that it's soon. Although apparently that did lead to the fact that the front line here got killed. What is that? Do you have a front line? Weird. Okay. You guys, front line over here. All of you are part of this now. Ah, okay, so that's sort of weirdly... Yeah, it's gonna sort itself out, I think. Romania has surrendered. Well, that's nice. Didn't even realize we were close to getting them to surrender. So that is fairly nice indeed. So we've got the second Guard army over here, who's been dealing with them for a while. Well, that I suppose is fine. Okay, let's get you towards the central area here, and just all of them sort of over there, so that we have some order in the battle lines here. That should be A-okay. Do we have anyone else who's not doing anything? Yeah, you guys, the 4th Guard army. Okay, let's get you guys here to Kiev, and then do train up a little bit, and you know what, you guys, you're mostly fine. So I'm thinking whether you should be the ones that are going to go to the jungles of Africa at some point. Although I think maybe another smaller one would be okay too. You know what, I do want to get rid of Yugoslavia here. So let's do justify against them and see whether we can do anything over there. Ace pilot promoted, that's lovely. Couple of things lost there. No biggie. Yeah. Oh my god, what's going on here? So they're losing a heavy cruiser there. They do have some very substantial fleets here. But yeah, we're just eliminating them with our air power. It's mostly convoys though, which I think are just transporting their troops. I don't know that for sure, but I'm suspecting they are. What's over here? Yeah, just a couple of losses. Convoy, convoy, convoy. So I'm trying to find where their fleets are. Like their proper fleets are. So anything that isn't a convoy would raise some eyebrows, but no, it's only convoys. Alright. Okay, so you know what? Can I ask you, just you, to get over there so that we might form a decent front line there. Submarine sunk over there. Couple of submarines attacking over here. And you are now forming a decent front line here. Well, that is nice to see. We also got the mountain troops coming up over there against the Norwegians. So let's actually separate these front lines here a little bit more. Like so. And you can go up over there. Yeah, and that's a little bit cleaner there, I think. Right. Fantastic. You guys are still sort of moving into position, so we don't need to attack right now. I think that's fine there. Right, where are you guys going? Ah, you guys going down here. Well, that's fine. You know what? I think we're going to grab like 2, maybe a little bit more, like 5 of you. And your job is going to be to form a naval invasion from here. Damn it. Didn't mean to click the port. Right, so you guys do form a naval invasion from here to Ceuta itself. There we go. And then one other guy, you're gonna form a naval invasion also from here, but just to the airfield that's adjacent to that. I think that's okay. Right, it's a very small action there, but I think we do have the forces to deal with that. Okay, is no one really gonna bot this? You guys do get over there. And you can go over here. There we go. Fantastic. Good. Australia assumes responsibility for colonial holdings. Well, that's some news there. Right, okay, interesting. So this is all still Turkish, which is kind of weird, but okay. Yeah, so we've conquered this now. That means all of our divisions are over here. You know what? That's a little bit annoying. Okay, can I select half of you? Is that a fair allocation? Potentially. Okay, and you guys, you 12 divisions, your attack plan is still to get over here. What? Excuse me? Excuse me? She just watched this attack plan. I love it. I love it. It's brilliant. Jesus, I like it. Okay, that does deserve a screenshot there. So I like it. This is, if you've ever doubted any attack planning at all, you know this is just fantastic. Okay, right. On the other hand, you guys just try to get down here and let Africa advance by the Nile, and that should be okay. Right. Excuse me, guys. That was just too hilarious. Right. That's you guys, right? Yeah, it is. Just start your attacks, please. That was a brilliant attack plan. I love it. I love it. That's so nice. Right. Okay, how are things looking in India over here? Well, you're not doing too hot, but it's alright-ish, I guess. Okay, let's try to get rid of these guys over here. I think you can support that attack as well. And then you, my friend, might just also cut off the island over here so that we are doing a little bit better. We've got our Mongolian friends who are trying to deal with these Chinese guys, which is proving a little bit difficult, but I think all in all we will be alright over there. Right, okay, let's try to do some things over here. I suppose you can try to capture that area there. Let's try to do something about this there. And you know what, you might actually want to go over here. Actually, you might want to go over there to save our body there. Right, we might need to send an army over here completely. But I think that's alright. We do have some forces over here in Kiev and some of these other regions, yeah. You guys don't have a job at all right now, right? So you could actually also support the attack down here in China. And it's slightly awkward that that is sort of the same color there, but I think it's alright. Will all of you go, please? I don't know. We have some free military factories, but that's largely an artifact because a lot of them are damaged, so we don't really need to assign them right now. But I do want to get rid of that symbol, so yeah, let's try to get rid of that. Right, you know what? There's a single division over there. Let's try to cut that off, even though again it's going to mess up our lines. Yeah. Ooh, some unread naval results. That is more significant. Okay, that's just our submarines right there. And again, ooh, here's a destroyer sunk, but a French one, so that's not quite as crucial. Oh my, the USS Oklahoma sunk. So they have got a major fleet up here. 8 battleships, 53 destroyers, 4 carriers, 3 light cruisers, 120 aircraft, and a heavy cruiser. But there we go, Oklahoma goes down, so that's nice to see. Other than that, ooh, a carrier also sunk, USS Ranger being sunk over here, so that is definitely a hugely good result for us. And another battleship, New Mexico goes down. I like to see that. And another one, so here is California, and they don't really stand a chance against our airport. Here's HMS Frobisher, interesting. And this is a British fleet of 9 light cruisers, 7 heavy cruisers, 35 destroyers, and 3 battleships. Another heavy cruiser sunk. Her Majesty, Her Royal, what is that? Surabaya? Potentially Malaya? I don't quite know. Didn't ever see that shorthand there. Okay, here, I think this is the same fleet, potentially at an earlier point. I don't exactly know. Heavy cruiser. More convoys. Nothing, didn't kill anything there, but yeah, mostly we are doing fine. How many naval bombers do we still have in reserves? We're losing quite a couple of these, but we are 8,000 about, so let's keep that number in mind and see whether that is going to change significantly over time. Right, you guys are all doing fine, that's nice to see. Yeah, and just immediately see everything popping up again. Yeah, it's so many convoys though that it's a little bit hard to see. But yeah, also destroyers being sunk, I like that very much. Right. 6 destroyers sunk at the cost of 7 aircraft here. That's very, very good. Nice. Okay. So since we do have control over this area, I think any British or any allied ship actually should not really have much of a chance of going anywhere here. So you know what, let's take these aircraft here that are doing naval maneuvers over there. Let's bring these aircraft over here and send them towards port strikes in the one port that they do have in this region, although they might also have Cyprus. So what we could actually do is ask one of you guys over here, just maybe these naval bombers, to do port strikes as well. And maybe they are going to have some aircraft. Ooh, maybe they're going to have some ships over there. They do definitely have a lot of aircraft there. Right, let's advance everyone. How are things looking in Thailand? Well, also a couple of ships over here, including some larger ships. Light cruisers and the such. Destroyers. 2 destroyers sunk. That's 7 for each. Okay, you guys, can you just get rid of these guys down there? That'd be fantastic. Let's have one of you guys attack. I don't think you're gonna get anywhere with this attack, but I still think it might be worthwhile to try. Yeah, and just trying to cut them off over here would also be nice. You know what? I do think that we might have a chance of attacking into here. You guys are going to support that attack. You guys are going to attack into here. You all are going to support that. And in the meantime, you can go over there. And you can support this. Trying to squeeze these guys a little bit, cut them off into smaller pieces. And that should be very worthwhile. Right. You can also attack into these mountains. And that should give us some way of advancing there. Where is my army for that region there? Well, it's been about a month of warfare here, so at some point shortly we might want to check again how things stand. Convoys. Just convoys. Not much to see over here. Ah, 3 destroyers sunk. Nice. Another destroyer. 2 destroyers. French ones though, so they don't count as much to me. Right, let's actually check the navy over here. So you guys, you are battling someone down here, and that is mostly convoys that are being sunk there. Well, how is Somalia looking? Not that great. We actually lost the airport over here and the radar base. But I think we are going to regain that. Speaking of critical areas that we might be losing, yes, we did actually lose Curacao. That is unfortunate. I do wonder, did the aircraft evacuate from there? And if so, where are they now? Or did we just lose the aircraft? Were they completely overrun? I kind of don't think so. They do have a lot more fighters here than we do. We lost 2 though, they lost 9, so that's a good result, I think. So where did our aircraft go from Curacao? So unfortunate that we lost that airbase. Well, sometimes that happens. Okay, you're a little bit weird over here. And we do have a fight over here. So we are fighting 4 heavy cruisers of the Norwegian fleet, doing some vacation, I suppose, in the Mediterranean. They've got a sufficient number of light ships there. Well, not quite sufficient, but we are dealing with them very effectively. And you were shot down by naval bombers. Question is, are we sinking anything here via torpedoes? That would be kind of interesting. Yeah. There's a lot of damage there done by torpedoes. And we did sink their pride of the fleet, so that is definitely good news for us there. And just how are we looking here in terms of any damage? Honestly, this looks fine. This doesn't look too bad. You only took minor damage, but let's repair you anyway. So we're going to send you off home, and then you can repair, and then you're going to rejoin us very shortly after that, I think. Right. Up over here, everything seems to be more or less quiet. Don't need to be too concerned about that. Right. You're advancing into there. That's good. Let's get you over here. And there. Right. Very nicely, we have defeated some troops over here. So let's take them away. And let's actually ask the Turks whether we can get control of this province, please. Because it would be really, really nice if... Okay, we don't have that yet. But they are sending troops here now, and that does diminish our ability a little bit to do stuff over here. You know what, you guys here, you 3, can you support this attack but not actually advance into there? Then we're going to take these motorized troops, going to come down here all on this flank, whereas the tanks are going to go slightly more central along the Nile, and that might be okay. Right, good. You guys? Yeah, just try to make some progress here. That could be okay. Right. You are advancing over there, that's good. Larger battles over here. Yeah, we will need to send some aircrafts down here at some point. But for now that's okay. We did get a chunk of this territory here. You are moving backwards. That's not really what I want you to do. Okay, let's try to confuse the AI here by sending up new front lines there. Convoys, 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 convoys. Destroyer hull over here. That's a light fleet there. That was a light fleet there. We're just taking a massive pounding. Yeah, I mean basically as soon as they venture close to our air support, we are able to deal a massive amount of damage to them. Ah, I lost a battleship there. Did miss that, clicking that. Convoy, convoy, convoy. Well, that's alright. Good. Right, so you are attacking over here now. Are you attacking? Well, a lot of you are a little bit overwhelmed there, I think. So you might just drop out of that battle soon. Well, some people are dying. But this is war. Right, so I think slowly we're going to whittle them down. Right, so what else should we be doing? I don't think we need torpedoes. Silent torpedoes, that it is. We are doing research into anti-magnetic mines, so that's nice to see. We do have most of the stuff in terms of infantry, so that's good. Could deal with a little bit more military police because we are occupying quite a lot of territory, but we don't really need to, I think. We've researched all of this. We've researched everything here that we deem relevant. Naval Doctrine, there's very little here for light cruisers, I feel, so we don't really need to do that. Yeah, there's basically nothing for light cruisers. Yeah, so we don't need all of that. In terms of our aircraft, well, we might want to think about strategic bombers at some point. Engineering, yeah, we've got all of this. Industry, well, we could do with a little bit more resources. And you know what, let's actually go for the rubber over there. Because at some point, if we don't get British Malaya, we need to build rubber plants. So yeah, we do need to have a plan associated with that. Okay, you guys over here now, these troops, you can go. And the black troops, where are you specifically? These guys, don't see them? Oh, there. Yeah, you can go as well. Do start your attacks there against Sweden, Norway. Fantastic. Good. I like to see that. Convoys, 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 convoys. Yeah, mostly this is all fine. Early destroyer here. 2 destroyers sunk at the cost of 20 aircraft though. The light cruiser sunk there. Still, these are very good trades, but we do need to keep in mind that we have to keep enough naval bombers going. Yeah, and we've lost another 100 there or so. Or at least so the game is telling us. Alright, good progress over here. You might actually want to conquer that there. Right, and you're doing stupid things? Yes, you are. So thank you, game, for that. And you guys here, you might want to advance to Tripoli. Good, I like it. There's a light cruisers of ours. You know what, you guys, I don't see that much activity here in the Central American Sea, in the Central Sea. Let's also go for the Red Sea then. I think there might be some good battles that we can fight over there. You're falling ill, that's unfortunate, but we'll still need to, we'll be alright, I think. Right, you guys do advance over here as well. There we go. That's a lot of divisions that are going elsewhere. I don't think I want that. 10 divisions on this flank might still be a good idea. Right, and we're getting control of a lot of this territory now, so that's fantastic. Convoy, 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 convoy. Anything larger than that? No, not really. Well, a destroyer here, but at the loss of 9 aircraft, so... Yeah, I mean, we are producing many per day, but it might just not be enough, so let's actually go ahead over here and start to produce more naval aircraft again. Yeah, let's try to produce more. We definitely do need some rubber, but I think that's going to be alright. Fighting over there is okay. Fighting over here is a little bit broken up, so let's try to fix that. You could... Can you go over here? Yeah, you can. Let's get you over there and you into here. That should be alright. And then you guys can go down here to this road there. You're going to be part of this. You're going to do a counterattack here. That should be okay. Right, fantastic. Good stuff. There, I think, yeah. We are making some progress towards the south there. Although it does need to be much faster than that. Yeah, how about our mountain troops? I mean, you are coming up towards this front, but you're just doing that a little bit slower than I would like. You know what? We're going to take 3 of you to be part of Frontline over here. There we go. Fantastic. Nice. Destroyer sunk there. Good. Yeah. And making more progress. Some South African being seen over there. You know what? Let's try to come up behind the enemy there. And cut him off from any potential of retreat. You are trying to conquer that. You know what? You guys here might be ready. Who's that? You. Okay, let's try to go ahead. And let's actually deallocate you from there so that you're only doing this over here. So you should be coming over there very soon. Right, why did you not just all go at the same time? I do need that harbor, you know that. Why did you not start? Right, that's not great. I thought you'd be both ready. So you need 3 more days, but then you would be ready. Okay, you're gonna come under attack immediately here, but let's deal with that when time is ready. So in 3 days or so we're gonna see an attack over here. That being said, let's take a look at the logistics, specifically on the naval side. So what has happened, what are we looking at in lost ships, specifically over, I think, current year. How does that match up? It just doesn't. Okay, let's look at last month. I think that's fine. Let's look at current month first. So we lost 2 convoys. I don't know where exactly. They lost about 150 or so. They lost a carrier, they lost a submarine, they lost 5 cruisers, and a couple of destroyers. Not that many though. Just about 20. Although last month they lost, in terms of destroyers, this is ridiculous, guys. They lost 320 destroyers or so. They lost 60 submarines. They lost 40, 50. They lost about nearly 50 cruisers. They lost 6 battleships. They lost 2 carriers. And they lost a ridiculous number of about 1,000 convoys there. Just this number of ships. We on the other hand lost a couple of convoys and submarines. No big deal there, but yeah. How much do they still have though? I think they do have a very substantial amount of troops still. So they still have about 330 destroyers, 9 battleships, 7 carriers. That's still very significant. How about the Americans? They also have 250 destroyers. So between these two, it's still 600 destroyers or so that we do need to deal with. We haven't really lost a big ship though, so that is nice to see. But yeah, we will need to continue dealing with these guys very aggressively, I think. So we might actually want to sally out towards this region here. We're not really sinking anything in port over here, which is a little bit interesting. I would have expected much more in that regard. But we have locked off their potential for retreat. So yeah, and soon you guys are going to come over here, and I think that would be very nice because this is not great over here. Right, so you're doing air recon there. I think that's okay. You're doing some air recon there in the Middle East. That's not really required, I think. Let's bring you over here and do that in Northwest Africa instead. Oh yeah, and I do say where all of our naval troops went, where all of our troops went, who were active over there in Curacao. So indeed, what I might want to do is send all of these fighters here over Northwest Africa. And then we're going to send the naval bombers over the African coast. And you might want to do some recon here as well. And we do need to build up that airbase, so let's prioritize the construction of that. Okay, we are actually doing that already, and it is prioritized already. So yeah, you'll be doing that relatively fast, and I think that's fantastic. Do we have any more civilian factories that need to be prioritized? Just look at how much stuff they are damaging in Kiev, and actually Moscow too. Their strategic bombs are not to be shrugged at. So, are you telling me they are bombing Moscow? Don't see where they are exactly. We might want to hold off on you guys for a second here and just send you up to training, because that would be fine as well. And let's see where they truly do have some air forces. We are a little bit concerned about our oil situation. But I don't think that is too drastic at the moment. We might want to just look at that in sometime shortly. You know what? We might as well ask the Iranians here for some oil, because why not? We can actually ask them, I think. Yeah, so let's just do like 5 guys over there, and you know what? We're gonna send another 5 to Iraq, I mean, so that we gain some oil there. That should be alright. Good. That being said, I think this is a very good place to put in a cut. So another month or so of warfare, where we are seeing nice Lexington sunk, Berwick sunk. We completely locked down their navy here from the channel. I do wonder how many aircrafts we're losing there though. So just so far we've lost 400 bombers, most of them against AA. We lost 230 fighters. On the other hand, they lost 400 fighters. So I think overall still a good deal for us. How are things looking then in southern England? 400 fighters lost on our side, 200 on their side. That's not great. And over here it's not looking that great either. So I'm going to take away the air recon here from northern England, because I don't really think you are dealing with that fairly fantastically. So let's send you over here and actually do some recon over the Iberian coast, because I think that might be a little bit better. And you know what, you guys here, we're going to set you away from the air recon over southern England as well, because we don't really need to do that at this moment. We're using convoys here in the Baltic Sea. I think that is going to be done for relatively soon, as these troops here are a little bit more active in... You know what, you guys here, can you try to break through? 82, yeah, you just really don't have enough power here because of the fortifications. They have fortifications over here? Yeah, very significant ones actually. Okay, so that battle is pretty pointless. We will need to deal with that up here in the north, but I think we will. Alright, so that's okay. You know what? We are going to grab like a group of 3 of you, or just like, let's say 5 of you. We're going to ask you to prepare naval invasion as well, from, let's say over here, towards Karlskrona. Yeah, I think that's a decent way to maybe circumnavigate these forts. Right, so that being said, I think it's a good place to put in a cut. Thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you around next time. Bye bye.